What's up, PFL? I am back. It's your boy John Smith up here in the booth and on the keys. We are live for the second game of the night, game 2. This is the Orange Bowl. We got Alabama versus Oregon, the number 2 team in the nation versus the number 5 in Oregon. This is a big one. We got Heisman candidates. We got Marshall Falk Award candidates. We got, who else we got out here? We got running back of the year, Reggie Bush candidates. We got everybody in this game, man. I expect to see some huge numbers out of both of these teams. I can't wait to see how this one ends up. Let me go ahead, make sure that my OBS is all good, picking up the right things. All right. Yep, we should be solid. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get this one underway. Get started here. Get in here. Boom. Super Sim. You already know what it is out here. Slow, jump to the end of the game, and let's get this one going, baby. Alabama kicking off the start to Oregon. We are going to get our look at the Oregon Ducks offense. My oh my, solid return to start the game. And our first look at Austin Briley, Tamari Jones, Taylon Ross, D. Wade, Mintz, of course, Kyrie Washington. Lots of weapons for this Heisman candidate, freshman of the year candidate. So many good things going on out of this young man. And I fully expect him to have a big game here tonight. Absolutely getting it done. First handoff to Tamari. Just a couple of yards to gain there. Let me get right back in that. Just a couple yards to gain on that one. It's going to be a big piece for them to try to shut the run down. You see another handoff here. Nowhere really to go. Great stop by this Alabama defense. Quick third down for Oregon here on their first drive. This really isn't what they're looking for on offense. They know getting that ball to Carson Young, Swift Carson, K5 and company is a dangerous strategy to be in. So hopefully they can convert here on this third down and keep the ball moving. Coach Brooks, Coach Willis, man, this is a head-to-head matchup. These teams go back and forth all the time. And I know both of them are coming out here and going to be trying to do everything they can to get the dub. So we do see a stop by this Alabama defense, forcing the punt here. Massive. Massive, massive, massive. We do see a soft little return out of Alabama. We're going to get our first look at this Alabama offense. Carson Young and company leading the charge. Going to be doing everything they can to get this team across the finish line to the Natty. And I know Oregon is looking for that upset. So we're going to need to see something big out of this Oregon defense in order to get that upset today. See a quick handoff to K5, but not a lot of yardage to gain. See Carson get ready in the shotgun formation here. 2nd and 9. Carson with his first pass of the game. Quick underneath to K5. K5 fighting for the first down. Easy 13 yards. And for Bama, that's exactly what they're going to be looking for all night long, trying to take advantage of the middle as much as they can. Oregon does have a very fast pass defense, so I don't expect that to be there all night. But look at that absolute dot delivery for Carson Young to Andre Roche. That's exactly what Bama's looking for out of this offense. If they can open up the pass against a very strong pass defense team, then K5 and company are just going to be able to eat on the offensive side. So right now, things are looking real good for Alabama's game plan and doing what they set out to do. You see Bama do a quick handoff to K5. Does get stuffed at the line, though. Nowhere really for him to go with that one. And a sack for Carson Young. Not able to get rid of the ball in time. Absolute crushing body bag by this Oregon defense, doing what they need to do. When I talk about speed on the pass defense, I don't just mean the corners. I do mean the pressure as Anderson gets back there, throws him to the ground. K5 got pancaked, and there was just nowhere for Carson Young to go as he gets absolutely crunched by that Oregon defensive line, setting up 3rd and 20. We see Carson audibling at the line. He's going to have to find somebody deep. Does hit a man deep. Knocked out. And this is going to give Oregon pretty good field position after this punt here on the 4th and 20. That is actually boomed, and I take it back as we see a coffin punt at the 1-yard line. Huge special team play out of Alabama, setting up AB to have to go 99 yards if he wants to get this ball into the end zone. Absolute great job by this Alabama special teams unit. And then we see a quick handoff to Tamari, just trying to get out of the end zone, not allow this Alabama team to get a safety, as that would be a massive turn of events here early in this game. Early on in this Orange Bowl matchup, Tamari spinning off a guy, creating tons of space, finally gets brought down past the 20, getting his first big run, 17 yards after contact. That is exactly what this man does. Absolutely cooking up a big run here for Oregon. And they're going to need a lot of those against this Alabama team. Both these teams can put on points in a hurry. Like I said at the pregame, a lot of Heisman candidates, a lot of running back of the year, Reggie Bush candidates, all kinds of people, wide receiver of the year. We got D. Wade out there. We got a lot of people eating. But, you know, of course, this Alabama defense has a lot of weapons on defense as well. They got, of course, Zion Anderson. Why am I blanking right now? The other Andre Roche brother. Chase Moore. Oh, no, that's UGA. Washington on the edge. I mean, they have weapons all over the place. So you definitely cannot count out this Alabama defense. Wiggins, of course, as well. So I know AB is going to be watching out for that secondary and making sure to try to fit the ball in wherever he can. We do see a quick bootleg, sets up the screen. Wide open is Mintz. Mintz's own guy kind of gets in the way, so Mintz takes a second to turn upfield, unable to take advantage there. Gonna see AB take the snap, pressure coming. Guy in his face does throw an absolute bomb in the hands of Kyrie Washington, but unable to come down with it. That was a laser delivered by AB in front of those defenders, but they were right on top of Kyrie to knock that ball out. Ends up going underneath, and that is dropped by Tamari, so we're already seeing 2 drops. 2 Butterfinger hands. That's McKinstry on the knockout by this Oregon offense. And just like that, we are going to see another change of possession here, as Oregon will be forced to kick the ball away. Yes, sir. We do see them go ahead and deliver with pretty decent field position here. Pretty decent field position out of this Alabama offense. We get a little sneak peek at some other games here, but we're going to see Carson Young and company get ready here with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Carson does throw underneath and deliver a pass to Andre Roche, who fights to stay positive on the yardage, setting up a 2nd and 5. Handoff to K5, finds the gap on the right side, tries to get to the first down, but not quite able to do it, setting up a 3rd and 1. This could really be anything. We do see Oregon with 8 guys in the box and a 9th just on the edge. They do go to K5 to get the first, and he does make it happen, fighting his way forward for the first down. Setting it up with 3:59 to go in the first, folks. And again, just like the game a couple hours ago, we are seeing a defensive slugfest. 8 minutes into this game and no points on the board for either team. That is some craziness. Hey, chat, you know this is live. I'm going to ask my first live question. Who's putting points on the board first? Who you guys got scoring first here? So we're going to see the quick handoff to K5 going up the middle. Gaining just a couple of yards, setting up 2nd and 8 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Has a wide open man underneath, but sails it just a little bit. Had a lot of room to run. I think that would have set up a first down, but instead we got a 3rd and 8 now on an obvious passing down situation. Goes underneath again. Does he make it to the first down? I don't think he will. He gets absolutely smothered by 7 Oregon defenders. It doesn't even matter. Allen fights his way for the first anyway. Coach Brooks cannot be happy with that defensive stop because they were there, and Allen just rips his way forward to get the first down. Look at that. Look at that. Just a sea of white. Oh my goodness. And Carson Young getting ready to take the snap in the shotgun. Maybe a dump off to K5, but pressure's coming in his face. Plenty of time, actually. Finds his man. It looked like pressure was there, and then all of a sudden that O-line picked up on the blocks. Great job by that offensive line to give him the time to get that ball out of there. Only a couple yard gain, but stopping a big body bag has to make them excited as we see the reverse sweep handoff. I believe that's Swift Carson. Yes, it is on the 5-yard run, setting up 3rd and 3. This is really a tough job for the defense on these short yardage situations because Bama's got so many weapons. We see the play action, has K5 underneath, goes to the opposite side, delivers a laser to Andre Roche, setting up a new series as we pass under a minute to go in the first quarter. Seems sending a man in motion again. Quick handoff. Ooh, looks like he might have tried to go for the end around. As I believe that was Andre Roche coming around on the backside of K5. Maybe that was an option. Tried to go up the middle, but wasn't quite there. Delivers to his tight end, and just like that, we're going to see the end of the first quarter, folks. Let me see those twos in chat. PFL, baby. Friday Night Lights, back-to-back live games for the semifinals. And don't forget that we are going to have the National Championship tomorrow with the pre-show starting at 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Make sure you're tuning into that with me and Zeke. I can't wait for it. Carson's got all day to throw. Ends up throwing it away, setting up the 4th down. They are going to go for it. This is a bold move, but a smart move, I feel like. A lot of weapons on this offense. Let's see what happens here on this 4th and 2. The blitz was coming, and that ball is knocked down. And that will be a turnover. Unable to get it to Romo. Absolutely batted down on the blitz by Oregon. Well done, well drawn up blitz play, bringing the pressure on a 4th down situation. And AB and company are going to take over. But yeah, guys, make sure you tune into that pre-show. It's probably going to be an hour and a half or so, and then we're going to have the national championship. We haven't quite locked down a time yet, but again, that will be live as well with Zeke and myself commentating. Can't wait for it, man. We see the bootleg, pressure in his face, and immediately gets sacked by Sanders. That is exactly what Alabama needed. You can hear this crowd getting pumped up, sending AB into the turf, and AB's been a little shaky all season after he starts getting hit in that backfield. So, man, oh man, this is a big deal as Sanders absolutely crunches that man, puts him in a body bag. My goodness, setting up 2nd and a mile for this Oregon offense. And there is a deep ball. Had him. He had the step. Taylon Ross had the step. AB overthrows it just a little bit. All he had to do was wait another half second, And that might have been to the crib. AB instead goes outside to Kyrie Washington, and that is not going to be enough yardage as we see another defensive hold. And I know it's been a few minutes, chat, but man, who is going to score first in this game? 11 minutes in the second quarter. What are we seeing, guys? Some defensive masterclasses tonight. My, oh my, who are we going to see put points on the board first? I see we're already almost at 20 viewers. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you smash that like button. And if you are not subscribed yet, make sure you are subscribing. We are one game away from the national championship, man. CS2 has been amazing. Great to be a part of. So excited to see how this season wraps up and get into recruiting season. It's going to be a great time. Tomorrow is going to be a movie. We see Carson Young get ready. Send K5 out in motion. That could be a dump off. It is going to be a dump off. K5 jukes one man. Can't get completely through the tackle. Gets a few yards. Stay positive. You know, all you need is 3.5 a down, folks. That's just classic football. Just like that, we're going to see pressure from Oregon again. The blitz has been working for him tonight, but able to find Romo this time. Funny that it was the same type of blitz call that got the deflection that caused the turnover. Same target, too, to Romo this time. Finds him on the cutback route. Gets a man to jump. It's a free play for Alabama. Do they take a shot? They did not, but it doesn't matter. Going to be a 1st and 5. You got to watch, man. Those penalties, they add up fast. Those 5 yards might not seem like they matter now, but they could, as that's Michael Neal on the jump. That hard snap count is tough. A lot of pressure in this game for these young guys. It's tough to always be ready. We see Carson. He's always ready. Takes the snap. Hands it off to K5. K5 cuts up the middle yet again. Fights his way for a 1st down. Oh, never mind. They did not spot him for the 1st down. 2nd and inches. Let's see if that ends up mattering here. We're going to see the play action. Lots of time. Has a man underneath. Finds him. That is K5 yet again. And that's going to get the ball to about the 46, 47 yard line. Bama keeping it moving. See another handoff to K5 up the middle. Looks like he got about 6 out of that one. He's at 8 carries for 25 yards right now. And that was Jacklin on the tackle. Jacklin's the absolute monster middle linebacker for Oregon. K5 punching his way through, getting another decent carry. And that does put Bama at the century mark for yardage this game, which is crazy how long that took. This time going nowhere, absolutely stuffed. Big time tackle out of flow with his 3rd on the night. Carson's going to deliver underneath. I don't think he's got the room. He does not. That time the Sea of White gets the tackle. Setting up 3rd and 4. And I mean, this is really similar field position to last time. So this might be 4 down territory for Bama yet again. Finds the man. Doesn't even need it. Dylan Romo over the top to the 12-yard line. Carson Young starting to get in his bag. He's starting to get in his bag, folks, halfway through the second quarter. That was Stevens on the tackle. 5:58 to go in the second. And man, oh man, Bama moving the ball, doing what they do. This is the number 2 team in the nation. Oregon's defense has been able to do great work so far. But, you know, there are no guarantees in football. And one that I can tell you is pretty close is that Bama's going to put points on the board. K5 tries to juke back up the middle. I felt like he had space to his left. Decides to go up the middle. Has him underneath. There it is, wide open. Andre Roche makes his way into the end zone. And for everybody that said Bama was going to be the first to score, congratulations. You were right. As they tumble their way into the end zone, pending the extra point, going to take the 7-point lead late in the first half, honestly. Crazy that it took this long to see our first points of this semifinal, of this Orange Bowl, but there they are. Alabama Crimson Tide. Coach Willis is hyped on the sideline, getting it done. And there is the extra point to make it 7-0. And will we see a response? You guys know this. I just talked about it. in the last game. I love the response drives. I think it really dictates how a team is feeling. We didn't see a lot of response drives out of Miami, and they ended up losing to Utah. So will we see something different out of Oregon right now with 4:59 to go in this first half? As we see AB and company are going to take over. I don't know, man. I expect to see some more passing on this one. Maybe they start with a run play to Tamari to see if they got any leeway on the ground. But I know Coach Brooks is telling these guys, hey, let's try to get a response here. We do not want to just leave the door open for Bama to come out and score again. AB take the snap. First play is a running play to Tamari. Fights for about 8.5. He's on 5 carries for 30 yards, doing his thing for sure on the ground. Just not really able to get a ton of touches early on. We see the play action bootleg in his face yet again. I think that's Sanders. We got ourselves a rivalry. Man's got 2 sacks already. These play action rollouts for AB are not happening against this Bama Crimson Tide defense. Absolute body bag, and it's the same guy. That's got to start getting inside of AB's head here in the semifinal matchup. You went from a positive yardage situation to an immediate 3rd and long, obvious passing down, empty backfield, 3rd and 11. 3 to the bottom, 2 to the top. Finds his man over the middle. That's Kyrie, I believe. Yes, it is, but I don't think he's going to get there. That's going to set up 4th and 1. And this is going to be a punt. I would be very surprised if we don't see a punt here. As we see Coach Willis talking to his guys, talking to Carson, talking to K-Grad. Let him know what's going on. Talking to Swift over there on the right-hand side. I would be shocked if we don't see anything out of Oregon here. Meaning if we don't see a punt. Yeah, okay. At this ball placement, I feel like it's way too risky to go for it, even this especially this early in the game. Trust your defense to try to get a stop here going into halftime. And if you're Bama, you're just thinking any points is great. Touchdown is obviously what we prefer. But listen, a field goal still makes it a 2-possession game, 10-0 into half. You're feeling really nice. Let's see what they can come up with here. See Carson take the snap and shotgun, pressure coming, finds his man over the middle. He has been loving that tight end connection tonight. I think that might be his 4th or 5th catch. And he has just continued to find him underneath on these short routes. Absolutely feeding Allen the ball. I think that's his reward after fighting for that first down when they really needed it a couple of drives ago. Let's see, 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. We do see a running play to K5. I don't know if Oregon was expecting that, but the linebackers do their job. Stop him from breaking out, doing anything too crazy. That was Flo with his 4th tackle of the game already. We see another handoff. Definitely weren't expecting that one, as the middle of the field was wide open. And finally, K5 does get brought down. Gradney doing his thing. Setting up the first down for Bama with 2 minutes to go on the clock. Coach Willis is pumped on the sideline, getting it done for his guys. We see Cruz ultimately with the tackle. That was a very strange sequence of tackling there. Goes for the dump off. I believe that is still K5. Yes, it is. K5 is going to get quite a few yards there on the dump off. Minute 30 to go. Bama's got to be feeling like we need to move a little bit faster here. I know you don't want to leave too much time on the clock, but you also want to try to get into the end zone. There it is. Who else? Who else but Allen right now? That was his 4th grab. He's already at 42 yards. Being Carson's preferred target tonight. We do see the dump off again to K5. Good tackle that time, wrapping him up, not letting him get any kind of extra yardage. K-Grad also has 6 catches. So tons of receptions for the running back. Pressure in his face, and that is a body bag, folks. Forcing the timeout. Huge sack, setting Bama way further back, even making a field goal a challenge from this distance. Setting up the 3rd and 16. Let's see what Coach Willis dials up here. Finds a man, but the ball is knocked out in his hands, but knocked out, setting up the long field goal. Bama trying to take a 2-possession 10-0 lead. That is a monster of a kick. Delivering. That is Fletcher, putting them up 10-0. Gets it done. 2-possession lead going into halftime, unless we see some crazy 70-plus yard reception or run. And if you're Alabama, you got to be feeling super good about that. As also, that was a monster of a kick. Going into halftime, up 10-0. So let's see how these final couple plays shape up for Oregon. Oregon, ideally, you get 50, 60 yards, and you at least get 3 points on the board here. If you're Bama, you're just thinking, hey, they're probably going to run it a couple times. Let's stack the box. Let's get into half with this big lead, and let's not blow anything. I expect this to be an inside zone handoff. I would be surprised if Oregon does try the deep bomb. Now they do find the open man underneath, though. That's Mintz, who also jukes a man before he gets tackled. And Oregon is going to take their first timeout. So that took all of 2 seconds off the clock. Now it's more like 4, but that's fine. Oregon takes their first timeout, send themselves up yet again. Pressure coming, finds Tamari underneath. They love that underneath pass. I don't know if that's going to get them the yardage they need as they call their second timeout. They are in Bama territory. I would say they need a solid 15 yards before I feel confident with their kicker. Can they get 15 yards in 17 seconds? Let's see. Maybe tons of time. Pressure finally coming. Had him, but overthrows him. That's Talon again getting overthrown. I'm sure he's talking to AB in the huddle, although I do blame the pressure that time. Now we got 12 seconds. AB, plenty of time, going for it all. Just heaving it. Intercepted in the back of the end zone by that man, Anderson Jr., getting it done for Bama, making sure that they go into half with this 10-0 lead. What a snag. I don't know if that was really necessary, AB. I feel like you could have just gone underneath, tried to get the short yardage and set up an easier field goal. Instead, just absolutely heaves it. And man, Zion with the one-handed grab. And Bama's not going to risk anything, just going to victory formation and take the knee. Just like that, folks, we're at halftime. This one's speeding along. Bama with the 10-0 lead. Let me see your predictions in chat. Do you think Oregon's got a comeback in them? Or is this Bama locking up their ticket to the Natty? What do you guys think is going to happen, man? I'm very excited to see how this second half shapes up in this Orange Bowl. I hope you've enjoyed these live streams, man. I've had a great time so far tonight. Can't wait for tomorrow. And if you are new to the PFL, first of all, where you been? But make sure you're following us on Instagram, you're subscribing to this YouTube, you're checking out the videos. And most importantly, you are signing up, as CS3 applications are currently open. Our next college series are currently open. You can join up and get your name called, build your player, play out your collegiate dreams. Get in here. We got a bunch of great guys. We got a fantastic commissioner, fantastic mod staff, fantastic group of guys, all who care about football and care about having a good time and having a fun time while we play these games. So please, if you know anybody you're interested, please get signed up. Would love to have you in the league. It's always a great time. And for everybody in here, make sure you remember tomorrow we got to get 40 viewers, 30 likes, and 10 subs, because each one of those accomplishments is getting us a whole lot of prime points. Whole lot of prime points for everybody in the server. If you don't know about that, check the announcements. But man, I hope to see everybody turn up tomorrow so we can get these prime points for everybody out in the server and have a great start to CS3 with that nice prime point boost. But let's get to this one. Let's get to this Orange Bowl second half. Bama coming out, getting the ball to start the half. This will be a big drive for them if they can get points on the board. Starting with K5, spinning off a man, getting 8.5 yards. Great start to this drive for Alabama. Sending Swift in motion. Looks underneath, finds Swift on the drag route, just like that. Nice and easy to get the first down and get into a new series. See the handoff to K5, fighting again, gets about 5. Handling his, oh no, 6. Handling business on the ground right now is Alabama. Good breakdown, 23 pass, 17 rushes. They're definitely, you know, concentrating on letting Carson do his thing as he delivers again to Dylan Romo. But not giving up on the run either. As we see Tamari trying to get AB focused and hyped up, man. Ignore that interception. They need that young man, that freshman player of the year candidate, that Heisman candidate to come out and do his thing. Because right now, Bama is doing everything they want. And, you know, things are getting difficult for Oregon and company. We see a very quick tackle, but still able to roll his way to a first down as K5. Setting up a new set of downs for Alabama. Play action. Goes to the second level route, delivers and gets it to the 14, and this is the Bama that we know about, folks. This is the Bama that knows how to move the ball quick, knows how to get down the field and make plays happen. And that is exactly what they're doing right now. They are making plays happen. 8.5 to go in the third quarter. Good sustained drive. Keeping the ball moving. Dictating the tempo of this game. Coach Willis probably has nothing bad to say to his offensive guys right now. And meanwhile, his defense is putting up a donut. Has to be happy on that sideline. We see the fake touch pass, handoff to K5, tries to get around a man, tries to run away as he saw the immediate pressure coming in from Cruz, who also got his 4th tackle tonight. We see a little bit of too much excitement, I'd say, on the Oregon sideline. 10 needs to be focused on the fact that they are losing 10-0. That should probably be that man's focus right now. But we do see a good tackle out of the Oregon defense. Continuing to do what they need to do to try to keep their offense in this game. Holding to a field goal here would be massive to keep it a 2-possession game. Carson Young, lots of time. Pressure finally coming. Offensive line delivering again. Carson finds his man. Dylan Romo in the end zone. First touchdown of the night for Dylan. That's all credit to the offensive line, giving Carson plenty of time to deliver that pass. Takes the hit as he throws. Great catch. Great play out of Bama. And just like that, it is a 3-possession game. Closing in on 17-0 pending this extra point. Extra point is up and good. 17-0, folks. A crazy game we're seeing right now. We've seen Oregon have some insane comebacks against very good teams. So I'm not just going to go out here and say it's done. But they definitely got to worry about that. This is got to be a concentration on getting a touchdown here now on this drive. Tamari tries to break off one guy, but there are too many guys there. That's Washington, who ends up finally bringing him down. Gets it to Tamari again, trying to find somewhere to run, trying to find room to run, but just not able to do so. Way too many Bama bodies in there. Oh, AB delivers. Finally doing what he needs to do. I think that's D-Wade's first catch of the night, which is crazy to think about. As AB finally doing what AB needs to do to get the victory. Moving this ball down the field, delivering a dot to D-Wade. Maybe getting ready to take the snap and shotgun. Plenty of time, finds his man, delivers again, and look who it is. It's D-Wade, back-to-back first downs for Oregon. Doing what they do best. You know, this is basically exactly what they need to do to get back into this game. It's AB and company deliver. Gets the first down. And we're seeing Oregon now do what Bama was doing and move the ball well here coming into their first drive on the second half. AB going for it all again. Hits the goal post. That man thinks he's a field goal kicker. We know he has his problems with their field goal kicker. He said, I'm going to do it myself. And then we see the handoff to Tamari. Gets hit but continues to fight some more. Getting the first down. Just continues to fight for that first down. Huge run out of Tamari Jones there. We see the bootleg. Quick dump off to Tamari, but nowhere really, no chance for him to turn upfield. Does get stopped right at the line of scrimmage, setting up the 2nd and 10. Play action here. AB tons of time. Sanders getting stopped by the O-line. Delivers a dot to Mintz, and that will keep the ball moving. Setting up inside the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. You see the quick pass to Tamari. He's got the space, and that is a touchdown. You cannot leave that man open on the sidelines. Way too much space to move as Oregon makes their way into the end zone. And, I mean, I wouldn't quite say we got a huge game yet, but Oregon trying to claw their way back. And how many times have we seen this, folks? How many times have we seen Oregon come back in situations where they thought it was going to be impossible? And we seeing it right now. Are we seeing it? Huge comeback potential here. This would be... You want to talk about the comeback game of the century, this would be it. If Oregon come out here and deliver. It would be massive for them in the Orange Bowl here, semifinals, trying to punch their tickets to the National College Football Championship. We see him kick it off here. Gets the ball to the 27-yard line. As we see Carson Young and company get ready to go out and try and say no shot at the comeback. Stamp this one finished. Bootleg by Carson Young. Doesn't go to the underneath pass. Goes to Andre Roche. Did he have his feet down? What a catch! Oh my goodness, toe drag swag as Coach Willis is in the way, maybe intentionally on this camera angle. We do see a challenge. The red flag coming out of Oregon. This could be a big play. I mean, Oregon just scored. A little momentum shift is going to matter. This does not help me at all. That was the fastest review I've ever seen in my life. Let's see, is this getting overturned? It looks like no, it did not get overturned. Great catch by Andre Roche there. Carson with tons of time in the backfield yet again. Finds who else but Allen. Trusty hand tight end. Getting it done. 21-yard catch, and Alabama continuing to do their thing. Keeping the ball moving. Staying consistent with it on offense. I don't know where this was in the first half, but not here. Also, I think he had Andre Roche over the top for a touchdown. So, I mean, if anything, Oregon should be happy that it was only a 20-yard gain and not to the crib. Carson calls an audible, doesn't like what he sees. Box is stacked, ends up going with the handoff to K5. K5 fighting his way forward for what, 13, 14 yards? doing his thing after not getting a touch for a few plays here on this drive. Coach Willis is pumped up as his team continues to deliver and do what he needs them to do. Huge play here for Alabama. Again, right now it's a 10-point game. So Oregon, huge to hold them to a field goal, the situation we were just in. And if you're Bama, you're trying to get a touchdown and see if you can lock this game up and end that comeback possibility. K5 nowhere to go with it. Stopped in the backfield. Oh no, never mind. He got a couple yards. But nowhere to really go with that one. Setting up 2nd and 8. Could see the pass underneath. There it is. On the quick routes. That is the Carson to Carson connection. And just look at these completions. 25 out of 30 for Carson Young. Doing a great job finding the man he needs to find. Continuing to keep things positive for Alabama. Moving the ball well. Putting them in spots they need to be in to win games. That's what he's been doing all season long and continuing to do it here tonight. Pressure coming. Has to get rid of the ball. Just throws it away, which I think was the smart decision. It was scary for them to continue to hang on to that for much longer as the pressure was starting to get to him. Oregon showing blitz again here. Let's see if this is a fake. It is kinda. They don't really even see K5. A couple of defenders there. Cruz finally getting in there, but a couple of defenders there just kind of watching that play develop. Cruz with a huge tackle, stopping K5 from cutting up the middle and scoring. And once again, Oregon showing blitz. Well, let's see. They do fake the handoff. It's an option. Carson Young gonna walk his way into the end zone. Taking a little minute to see what was going on, but ultimately finding his way in on the option. Massive play out of Alabama. A very, very needed defensive stop by Oregon, and Carson literally walking out of the backfield before finally turning upfield and making his way into the end zone. What a play by the young quarterback, getting things handled, putting Alabama back up by, of course, pending the extra point, 17 to wind down this third quarter. There it is. The delivery is 24-7. And just like that, Oregon's got themselves a mountain to climb once again, as we see the DC giving Jacqueline some advice here. Actually, that might have been Coach Brooks, my bad. But just trying to keep his defense pepped up, making sure they're ready, hoping the offense can come out here and deliver a quick score, and then the defense can get a quick stop right after that. Let's see what Coach Brooks, AB, and company have cooked up right now. Tamari tries to get upfield, not able to do so. Setting up the 2nd and 8. We will see one more play this quarter. AB has him underneath, looks, finds his man, breaks off of a tackle. I believe that is Taylon Ross. Was that his first catch of the night? And that tells you right there the problem with the Oregon offense tonight. D. Wade, I believe, only has 2 catches. Taylon with his first catch. Kyrie, I believe, only has 1 or 2 catches. It's been tough for them to get this air game moving, but look at what Taylon can do when he gets a chance. Rips Anderson off of him, spins off, and continues to keep it moving. And that will end the third quarter, folks. Let me see those 4s in chat. Remember, this is live, so I can see them. Let me see what y'all thinking about this game, man. Bama is close. Very, very close to ending this one and punching their ticket to the national championship. AB looks over the middle, finds Kyrie Washington, and that is what they've been missing tonight, folks. Those chump plays, that quick moving AB offense. 5 seconds into the fourth, they're knocking on the red zone. If they're going to have any chance to come back in this game, it's going to have to happen through AB, through his arm. And through these weapons he's got all over the field. Gets a man to jump, but does not hike it in time to get the free play. Ends up going underneath. I believe that's Mintz. Gets about 7 or 8 there, setting up 2nd and 3. Carson just talking to his guys. These guys got to be hyping him up. We see the Carson to Carson connection right there. Finds his man, Kyrie Washington, once again. 1st and 10, 10 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Can Oregon punch it in and make it a 10-point game once again? Let's see here. Goes underneath. Risky throw. Not only was it a hospital pass, but had a man waiting and ready to knock that ball loose, maybe even make a play on it. We're going to see a handoff to Tamari, which we haven't seen in a minute. Fights his way to the 4-yard line. What looked like a broken play in the backfield ends up setting him up for 3rd and 4. Just about 10 minutes to go. As we're going to see Bama talking to the OC, getting ready to cook up something right now. 9:45 to go, 3rd and 4. Big play of the night. AB tries to float it in, but not able to do so, setting up. I don't know about going for the field goal here. It will still make it a 2-possession game, but I really feel like they need the 6 points. They are going to get the field goal, making it a 14-point game. Now, if you're on the defense of Oregon, you have to be thinking to yourself, we need a turnover. We need something that's going to change the flow of this one. As we see Alabama take a knee and Carson Young and company get ready to come out onto the field once again. Try to score and create some additional separation here. As we see the rollout, pressure in his face, pressure coming, and he is sacked. He is sacked by Jacklin with a massive hit there, putting Carson Young in a body bag, folks, as he brings him down all the way at the 10-yard line. I don't know what they're shaking hands about between Tamari and Coach. Y'all are still down by 14, but it is those kinds of plays that give Oregon a glimmer of hope to bring it back. Carson Young getting ready. Just goes for the safe pass underneath to K5, putting him back to the 20. Smart to take the safe play there, make up a few of the yards. Get your punter a little bit more breathing room if needed. 3rd and 14 here. We could see a draw play. You know, I've seen draw plays work sometimes in these situations, but I do expect to see a pass. There it is. It has a lot of men underneath. Not really able to find the line to gain, but does get a good gain there, setting up 4th and 4. Jacklin, of course, involved in the tackle. Once again, his 5th tackle of the night. AB shaking his head, but you got to get out there. You got to score immediately. Make it a 1-possession game. And let your defense go to work to try and get this ball game tied up. Will we see another Oregon comeback, folks? My goodness. If we do, I'm gonna go crazy. I really will, man. We've seen so many of them this year. But here's AB and company's chance to try and get some more points on the board, set them up to make an attempt at coming back. As Kyrie gets a couple of yards on the return, decent field position for AB and company. And let's see if they can eat tonight. This is it. 7:46 to go. This is when you earn your stripes, young man. Are you the freshman player of the year? Are you the Heisman? AB getting ready. Throws a laser. And it is caught by Taylon Ross with a 48-yard reception. You could not write a better script than that. Are you the freshman player of the year? Delivers an absolute laser to Taylon Ross, who mosses his man and brings it down. What a catch. AB finally doesn't overthrow the streaking receiver, putting them right on the 24-yard line with 7 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Can Oregon punch this in and make it a one-possession game? Goes underneath to Tamari. I don't know about that play call. The clock's going to keep ticking. 6:45 on the clock. 2nd and 8. Pressure coming. Pressure coming. AB got to get rid of it. Doesn't get rid of it. All the way back to the 39-yard line. Oh my goodness, Alabama. Oh my goodness. As you get in there and say, great momentum play, and we're going to have one of our own. AB had so much time, but West and Aboji delivering on the sack. And now Oregon, much tougher position, of course. Crowd screaming right now. Maybe he tries to find the streaking target, unable to do so. Maybe Kyrie over the middle was the better target. 4th and 22. No choice but to try it. 6 minutes on the clock. AB calls an audible. Some drag routes going. Almost had him. I think if he went a little bit higher on that pass, he might have been able to get it out to D. Wade. But instead, that's going to be a turnover on downs. And that door of opportunity very, very quickly closing for this Oregon team. Are we going to see number 1 versus number 2 in the national championship? Are we going to see Utah versus Alabama? What a turnaround by Coach Willis for this Alabama squad if he happens to punch his ticket right now to the Natty. We see the handoff to K5. I expect to see a ton of him on this drive. He's very safe with the hands. Tough to stop 3 times in a row. Keep the clock moving as we are under 5.5 minutes to play. There he is again. See, even when you get him, Jacqueline's right there, one of the best tacklers in the league. Not able to stop K5 from punching his way over the line. Another minute off the clock. 4:50 to go. Finally see a pass. What a catch by Dylan Romo, as that was a freaking on a rope. Absolute rocket of a pass out of Carson Young. Dylan Romo still manages to come down with it. Now we see the handoff to K5. Just a couple of yards there. As we see 4 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Approaching 3.5 minutes, 2nd and 9. See another handoff to K5. I really think this is all we're really going to be looking at as Bama continues to just chump this clock down. 3 minutes, 2-possession game. This is all but wrapped up, folks. Barring anything insane happening. Oh my goodness! We almost saw something insane as the deflection almost handed the ball to the defensive lineman there. Ends up not happening. Bama's going to go ahead and kick this long field goal, but deliver it. 17-point game once again. That was a little dangerous, but Fletcher says no problem, because if they miss there, that gives Oregon some excellent field position. But instead, with 2 minutes and 53 seconds to go, we have ourselves a 3-possession game. And I know we've seen some crazy things happen in the PFL, but I'm going to call this one, folks. Coach Willis, Alabama, congratulations. Punching your way into the national championship against the Utah Utes, man. That's going to be an amazing, amazing show tomorrow. I can't wait for it. Oregon, AB, company, nothing to hold your head down about. This game, you definitely did not play up to your potential, but you had a fantastic season, making it all the way into the semifinals. Tons of weapons over there. I think, again, recruiting season is going to be crazy for you guys because, as we know, Mr. Austin Briley himself has announced many times that he will not be staying. So I know Oregon's going to be on the hunt for a replacement to an excellent quarterback. But really, again, nothing to hold your head on, guys. As we get winding down this 4th quarter, fantastic season. Everybody that's made it this far, you can't really be that mad whether you know, at the losses, because making it this far is a hell of an accomplishment. That's going to be a face mask. Oregon just playing for pride here. Maybe going to try and get some more points on the board before the game ends. So they do get set up in Alabama's territory. 2 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock. Again, just really playing for pride. You see the play action. AB looks underneath, finds his man. That is D. Wade. Minute 59 on the clock. It's going to keep ticking down. Coach Brooks yelling at his staff. He cannot be happy with the performance he's seen out of his guys today. The urgency was just not there. And the blame has to fall somewhere, as we're going to see a quick pass to Tamari. Stays in bounds, unfortunately, so it have to go straight into the hurry up. 3rd and 1, we see the play action. AB looking deep. He's going for it all once again, and he is intercepted again in the end zone, this time by Andre Roche. The brothers are having a great game as he gets another pick. AB just not able to make it happen in the end zone today. And, you know, that sometimes is the tale of the tape. Oregon has said all season they have their on week and their off week. Last week was obviously an on week, and you can see it right now. This week was clearly an off week for them. But full credit to Alabama getting it done, man. Minute 24 to go. A first down will obviously immediately end it. But I think they're just running because they expect Oregon to take timeouts. Looks like Oregon's not going to take timeouts, but Bama's not going to go into victory formation. They're just going to run a couple more plays. Wind this clock out. See another handoff to K5. 38 seconds, which means they do not need to hike it again if they don't want to. Let's see if they get K5 a couple more yards. They will hike it again and get K5 a couple more yards there. 106 yards out of K5 on 27 carries, and that is going to do it, folks. 27-10, your final score. Coach Brooks is pissed, but Bama makes it happen. Getting it done. Huge victory. Huge way to punch your ticket to the national championship. And what is waiting for you? Who else but the Utah Utes, who did look a little shaky today. But, man, I'm so excited to say we got the number 1 versus number 2. We got the straight dogs of the nation battling it out for the national title. Tomorrow's going to be an amazing day. Again, folks, the pre-show is going to go live 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. And then after the pre-show, we're getting right into the game. National championship. Keep in mind, if we break records, we get prime points. All right, so make sure you got guys in the Discord. Make sure you got guys viewing the game, getting in there, subbing to the YouTube, getting things done. All right, remember, 40 viewers means 40 prime points. 30 likes is 40 prime points. And 10 new verified subs to the YouTube is 20 prime points. And if we hit all 3 of those, you guys going to see I got a little something special planned. So let's try to hit all 3 of those goals, guys. Just going to real quickly go over the stats with you all. So as you can see real quick, again, just like last game, tail of the tape. Briley versus Carson Young. Carson Young with a 120 passer rating. Austin with a 72. You know, it really just comes down to these picks in the end zone weren't happening for him. The deep ball was not there. And Bama managed to take advantage to what started as a very slow game. And ended up turning into a rout. We see what they were able to do on the run game. Tamari had himself a decent 5.4 yards a carry. Gradney had a ton of touches, 3.9 yards a carry. Was able to get things done that he needed to. Of course, we see Carson Young snuck his way into the end zone on an option play, which is great to see. And then on receiving, honestly, really spread out. Well spread out receiving game for both teams. Carson did a great job at finding different guys. We saw a lot of Dylan Romo activity, which was nice to see. A lot of Allen activity, which was nice to see. And, of course, we saw Taylor Ross do his thing once again as AB manages to spread the ball out as well. And then on the defensive side, folks, it really is all about Bama and what they've been able to accomplish. Zion, of course, had a pick. And the man, Andre Roche, the other brother, the other Andre Roche, had a pick as well. You see some good defensive games out of everybody all around. Lots of tackles, lots of defensive pressure. 7 tackles there for Stevens. 9 tackles for Cruz. 10 for Flo. 11 for Williams. 12 for Jacqueline. I mean, just tackles all over the place for these guys. And on the dirty work side, You can see, got a couple pass deflections in there. Some great ones by Andre Roche. A big one from Braswell. I remember that play. And just a good scatter. Tayshaun Wiggins did his thing. Kind of honestly on an island when he did get thrown to. It got knocked down. Not a lot of tackles for this young man, but plenty of involvement on the defensive side. And then finally, just some decent kick return stats. Nothing crazy, but a couple good ones out of Andre and Bridges. And same thing on the punts. Nothing crazy. Obviously, more chances for Bama. But, yeah. It's been your boy, John Smith. Make sure everyone tunes in tomorrow. I hope you all like the stream. You know, any feedback, I'm really open to it. We're trying to level up here in the PFL. So, if you guys see anything you like, anything you'd like me to change, please hit me up. Let me know. But hopefully the quality's good, sound is good. And otherwise, yeah, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see you guys tomorrow.